What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to touch base with some of you because a lot of people have been logging into my Twitch and watching my gameplay, and I've even posted some of my gameplay here, and I've had some people message me on what is my setup. So I'm going to show you my setup. I have a 1.28 KD on Call of Duty Cold War, which is almost unheard of. It really is. I mean, to have a positive KD on this thing is just... it is very difficult. This is probably the lowest KD out of all the Call of Duties that I've ever played. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to dive right on in to what guns I like to use and what I suggest that you use, and you can go from there. But to each their own. I mean, you might find something that works better for you, but this is something that I recommend, so you can hopefully get better at COD. It took me years, though. I've been playing for 11 years, I think it is, for Call of Duty, and that's why I'm so gung-ho about it. I love COD, so it takes years of practice, but with this gun setup, maybe it'll help you a little bit better, so let's get into it. So before we dive right on in, I want to show you and prove it to you, obviously, that on multiplayer, I have a 1.28 KD. Win-loss ratio don't really matter because, you know, you got randos and shit like that that drag you down, and people that aren't that good. You know, that's why I play with Jackal, because he's not that good. My most gun used is the Milano, though. My Milano is my close range weapon, and that's just what I like to run. When it comes to my secondary, my sniper rifle, what I like to call it, which is usually an assault rifle, as of right now, and some tactical rifles, I'm flipping through them quite a bit because I'm trying to move them up. But no matter what, though, my go-to to run and gun, and when shit gets bad at close range, it is always the Milano. Always. We'll see what the new SMG for this season brings, but right now, it's definitely the Milano. So, my class that I like to run is right here. Now, like I said, my assault rifle usually changes, or it changes to a tactical rifle. I'm always trying to move it up, the assault rifle or the tactical rifle, so I'm always turning these out. But there's always something that I always do with it, and that is I put an optic on it. The Royal Cross is really good. I don't really run the thermal because a lot of guys run cold-blooded, so I don't really run the thermal a lot because you can't see anybody with a thermal on. It's ridiculous. Like, nobody. It's complete darkness. So I usually run the Royal Cross. Sometimes I'll run the Actual Arms 3. I just got to have a scope on it where you can get out there and you can see the vision text too. If that's all you got, that's fine. But as the gun levels up, you want to get into the Royal Cross is where it's at for me. The quickest where I can see the enemy and get onto the enemy is usually the Royal Cross. I always run it with, typically this is the same setup for every single one of them. I always run the muzzle brake 5.56. Always. When you use that, it doesn't take anything away. There's no cons to it. I don't care about concealment. It's just there's no cons to taking it away. So like if I were to go further down here, you can see in the cons list, it just adds to it. We don't want that. When it comes to barrel, I always run the last bottom barrel on all of them. It seems like it's the best for all of them. I mean, it's the furthest one to earn, and it's the most balanced barrel typically. Typically it is. Because we want that bullet velocity, we want that effective damage range, so you want to have a little bit of, you know, both, combination of both. Underbarrel, I always run the foregrip, again, because there's no cons listed. You could do some of these other ones, but I always just do the horizontal recoil control. Magazine, I don't do anything, and in stock, I use something, the sprint to fire time, that's really high, that doesn't take away cons again. That way, you know, I can get that gun up in time. I can snipe, follow-up shots, things of that nature. My sprint to fire time, I really like to run with it like that. Now, like I said, this is kind of a, you know, I've always said the Milano, but this is kind of a working progress for me. I always run with the Microflex LED. It's the most open optic where you can see the most. Out of all the others, there's a lot of them that, you know, they bring your field of view down a lot, like the Target Finder, Hawksmoor, Snapfire. This one's okay. This one's not bad, but there's a lot of border, like this one, Target Finder. You know, so something with a little less border on it, I enjoy doing. I can run it with. I do like this one. This one's all right too. That one you can see quite a bit. But I feel like the other one, there's just more. I don't know. It's just easier. I I run it with a muzzle brake 9. Like I said again, it does no cons, and it helps with vertical recoil. I run it with the very-end barrel, the best of both worlds. It's the last barrel you can earn, so it's kind of the most divided barrel. So I run it with the bottom barrel, no body, no under barrel. I run this one with a higher magazine, just because, you know, you get in the heat of the moment, you don't want to have to reload. So I did it with fast mag. Reload quickness is all it does. It has no cons on it. And when it comes to stock, I wanted something with the highest sprint to fire time, and I gave away some hip fire accuracy. I got to have something with the sprint to fire because I got to beat them guys to the draw when you're running. When it comes to the tacticals and the field upgrades and the lethal, I always run the same, the stim shot, Simtex, and the gas mine. Sometimes I'll bounce into the trophy system just because I'm running a sentry a lot of times. Tactical Mass, Assassin, and Ninja. Now I keep these the same on both classes, both the tactical, lethal, field upgrade, and the perks. And I always run Lawbreaker. Both the whole class is always that way on all of them almost. You can see like I have some other ones, like I have the M16 set up the same way like that. So I'm just running these two basically. You can see one's got a trophy system, the other one's got a gas mine. All right, so. But no matter what, though, I'm using an assault rifle or a tactical rifle as a sniper, and then I'm running the other one as a close range one. And it just depends on how they're running. If they're not running the typical route that they usually run, or they're not pushing it all, I'm not going to keep running in there and giving them fucking kills. I'm going to lay back and run an assault rifle sniper or whatever, tactical rifle sniper, and I'll snipe the hell out of them all day long. If they want to fucking camp, I can wait a lot longer than you. There's a reason why my name was Procamper back in the day. You know, so them are the classes I run. Now, when it comes to score streaks, I don't usually run the RC car. I was playing Surge last night, so what I like to run is I like to run the Sentry, and then I'll run Napalm, and I'll run the Cruise Missile. Them are the 3 that I really like. And if you notice, it's not really a reconnaissance score streaks. I'm all about the attack. I'm all about pounding them into the ground, not so much finding them and hunting them down with the harp or a UAV. I'm more about just taking it to them and laying it to them, and that's part of what all these score streaks are for. And yes, I am a sentry turret whore. A lot of you have been with me a long time on this channel, and you go back in my videos, you know damn well I'm a sentry turret whore. Because that's just the way I roll. I like the sentry turret. It's a good all around. It just this year I did not like how you can take it out with one grenade. So a lot of times I'm running the trophy system, and this year for some reason the trophy system even takes out rockets. Well, I still don't understand any of that. So that's where it's at. So Napalm Strike's really good. I really like the Napalm Strike. Not much to really say about it, other than if they're running a tactical mass, sometimes they can fight it off for a little while. It prevents them from dying a little bit. But for the most part, it's a very ineffective score streak. Cruise Missile, if you haven't learned how to use this yet, it takes a little bit to learn it. You got to learn that you got to go over the red dots for it to launch, and then you're just kind of steering it from red dot to red dot. That way you can get the kill. So in the beginning, it took me a little while to learn the cruise missile, because back in the day, you would have to hit X to launch each missile from it. You know, so nowadays you just glide over the player and it launches and then launches to the next, and then you can glide the last one final down, you know. So you can get up to the minimum of 3 kills, but I've wiped a whole team out with this thing before. If you play it right and your kill feed is right, especially Napalm and Cruise Missile, if the kill feed is right, where there's a lot of them that has died, just recently dropped these 2 babies in the spawn. Oh my god. My god. Whew. It's sending them straight to hell, boys. Straight to hell. And my PlayStation goes into rest mode right when I'm showing you. But that's all I really wanted to show you anyways. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you like what you see. And watch me on twitch.tv/Procamper. And I don't know why my PlayStation went into rest mode, but I covered everything I wanted to cover. So, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a good day.